Today, I want to talk about why he might just not be that into you and why you're missing the signs and why you're not able to see. But I am here to help you open your eyes so that you're able to make better decisions. There's nothing painful or sad like being told, okay, there's things that are way sadder, but this is just figuratively. It's really sad when someone tells you upright that they do not like you anymore, or when you start kushikanisha 1 plus 1 unaona umse anasema hivi na anafanya hivi na hazi make sense, and then you start to realize that they might not like you. But I want to try and help you speed up the process of being able to see these signs, especially for the girlies or anyone who dates men, because how women and men are socialized is very different, meaning how we show up in relationships is very different, even in our communication, in the way we show love, in the way we show affection. And most times, I say this as a woman who had no one to tell me about what love is supposed to look like, a woman who did not grow up around positive, affectionate reinforcement. These are things I've learned for myself as a grown up. And I know it might be difficult to be able to see the signs and spot them for yourself. And a lot of times when women get into relationships, especially with men, we always have all these excuses. Oh, he's avoidant. He grew up in a fucked up situation. Oh, his childhood trauma. His parents abandoned him. He doesn't have money right now. He's broke. That's why he's miserable. He's working so hard. He's so busy. He doesn't have time. He can't even text me. All these excuses we always give, and all these things we always say to try and cushion the fall when we fall down from these clouds we're always up in. It's sometimes difficult because you can't imagine someone doing that to you or someone treating you like that, especially when they've been saying the opposite, when they've been saying, I like you, you, I want to be with you. Some actions here and there sprinkled around to make you believe it, but then in the long run, when you sit down and actually question yourself and look at things, una realize, umse anitaki, anitaki, na ni sawa tu. So kitambo, I used to think that when someone says, I love you or I want you, especially men. I used to think when they said that they meant it. But you see, as I keep growing and healing, I start to realize that love is really an action, like a verb. It's a doing word, meaning that it has to be backed up with action to be real. The words and the actions always have to match. So while people who love you will hurt your feelings and they will still disappoint you and they will break your heart, it also so happens that when people genuinely and truly do love you, there is no doubt of this love. Whether you guys are going through a rough patch or you're angry at each other, the love is always consistent because how they feel about you is never changed by the actions. Fanika katikati, it's kind of like your siblings. You guys will fight about your sister wore your shirt, but that does not change the fact that you would give her a kidney in a heartbeat or you would actually die for her. You'll fight with your mom, but no matter where you go, no matter how you feel, you know deep down that the love she has for you is always there. Of course, kuna exceptions, but you know what I mean. So when someone loves you, the feeling doesn't go away. You will always consistently feel the love, whether they are 6 million miles away from you, or they are seated next to you and not speaking with you, or you guys are going through a rough patch, you just had a bad argument, you're fighting. Nothing can make love end. Love can only be transmuted, transformed, changed like energy. They say you can't kill energy. Energy never dies. You cannot kill energy. It just can be translated into something else. So the love never really goes away. So if someone is acting indifferent or like they're not sure about you, or like those fencers, those people who try to say, I can love you but I don't have to talk to you all the time, I can love you. Listen, someone loves you, they are going to meet you halfway to make sure that you are in their life. And this does not even happen mechanically. It is such a background process. It is such a subconscious process. It's just something you do when you like someone. You start to want to be around them, to show them love, to make sure that they are safe, and make sure especially that they feel very loved for you. So please do not fall for words. Do not fall for the things people say. And also do not fall for actions only. Remember, there's people who can put up with doing things for you because simply they can afford it, or they have the time, or they can make someone else do it. But actions and words must match. If someone is telling you they love you, you must feel it. You must know it by heart. You must be able to tell enyewe, Roberta ananipenda. Hata kama amenitukana ananipenda. Na mi situkanangi watu. Do not fall for it because people can say anything to get what they want. And sometimes they even tell you the truth. They might even present it as honesty. They might even say, hey, I don't want you. I'm not ready for a relationship. I'm very busy. I can't right now. I don't want to. Listen. Listen to those words. So zingine, these men especially, they tell us the truth. They tell us how they feel. They tell us exactly how it is. You'll tell a man, I like you, blah blah blah. Whether amekukatia, akakupeleka France, akakubaia flowers, akakufanyia sijui nini, akalipa mahari, and then he tells you, listen, I'm not ready for a relationship. This is not something I want. Then wewe unakaa hapo, unaanza kufikiria na kumbavu zako that you can start trying to change his mind, that you can make him start to love you because, he's done all these things. He's shown you all these actions. Remember, his words are not matching. His words have to match. Like the things he's saying and the things he's doing, they have to go hand in hand with each other. And the other side as well. If he's saying, I love you, I want to be your friend. Kwanza hiyo ya friend. Wow. Kuna mwingine alinidanganya akaniingiza box na hiyo ya friend. This guy had been hitting on me for years. Hata sijui this story. So finally, I gave him a chance and I decided, okay, fine, let's get to know each other. We hung out a few times and then he told me, I want to be your friend. That was always his shtick. That was always his thing. I want to be friends, friendship, friends, friends, friends. Nilimpanulia hivi miguu, ikaisha hizo mafriendship alikuwa anasema. He never ever showed up for me as a friend. Never. No communication, nothing after the sex. But before the sex, he had all these stories about how he wanted to be my friend. Now when I look back, I realize there's nothing this guy did that showed he was my friend. He literally didn't even like me. He didn't even talk to me. He never even wanted to be with me. I don't even know what the fuck I fell for. He had a standing order for flowers for me. He gave me anything I want. I could call him anytime for anything. I need some money. I need this. I need this. He will do anything for me. At say, I'm so sure if I call him, he'll give me whatever I want. But he told me I'm not ready for a relationship. And you see, I wasn't even trying to get into a relationship with him. I just think I don't want to give any excuses for him, but I think things got a bit too intense. But I always wonder, you wanted to be my friend. So when I start expecting the friendship aspect, why is it crickets? You said you wanted to be my friend. After sex, that changes? I should have listened. I didn't listen. I didn't listen to myself. Actions have to always match. You must always see the intentionality, someone showing up for you, someone putting in the effort to be near or around you or to be with you. It must be very consistent. And I like to give my mom as an example because I didn't grow up having the best relationship with her. But right now, we are consistently working on our relationship with each other. We talk, we communicate, we tell each other the truth, we show up for each other. That woman has shown up for me consistently when we're fighting, when she's broke, when she's sick, when she's sad. You'd say, oh, of course, she's your mom. She has to do that. But once you start to see how much sacrifice it takes for people to show up because they love you, you start to appreciate it in a very different way. And it starts to elevate your thought process on what love looks like. You stop settling for things that are, sijui vitu za kijinga. On my latest episode on the Jagero podcast, we were talking about men and women and how in the nursing homes, the nurses are saying that the men are dying alone and the women are dying surrounded by community. The women have as much as their primary school friends coming to visit them in hospice while they're dying at 87, at 90. People who are not even related to them are taking care of them in the hospitals. While the men, they spent their time ignoring the fact that they will be nice to build community. They spent their time playing, cheating, lying, ignoring community, focusing on only making money. And then you realize that it gets to a point where even your money can't really save you because you need to be surrounded by community. Where's the jizika? Where's the jilea? Jipanguza pupu when you're 101 years old. We need each other. It would be so nice if we put effort into building community so that we're able to be there for each other. And it is in these communities that women are building where I've been able to see what love feels like. Me and my girls, we go to the fanciest restaurants. We go to the nicest dates. We do the nicest things together. So for a man to even want to come into my life, maybe to downgrade it or to make me feel like the things I'm already used to are, to try and be condescending about it. It's just like, bro, my community is showing me love. I have women from primary school who love me, who treat me really well, who show up for me, who give me love. And it's not just superficial, it's actual relationships that we've built for years and years and years, and we're growing older together. It's just something else. So if my female communities are showing me this kind of love, my friend groups, my mother, my sisters, my cousins, my friends, my fans, everybody who encourages me, everybody who loves me, they're not trying to take from me, they're not trying to lie to me so that they can sleep with me. Women just love me for real. If that's my standard for love, do you see how difficult it would be for me to settle for anything less? Anyone who doesn't CG buy me flowers or take me out. Over the weekend, this guy, I know he's gonna take offense if he hears this, but there's this guy who, he called me and he introduced himself and he told me, I'm so and so, blah, blah, blah. I've had a crush on you for like 3 years. I sent him my number last year at a time like this. So it's taken him a year to call me. And I asked him why he did that. And he said it's because he has ego. And I asked, what's the ego about? And he said, because I also took a year to send him my number. But you see, the reason I took long to send him my number is because I did not see it in the DMs. He calls me over the weekend and is like, hey, come over to my house. I'll be good company. We'll do something nice. And I told him, I'm not comfortable coming to your house for a first date. That doesn't even, it's weird. Literally, all I've been talking about of late is consent and femicide and rape. Say, you want me to come to your house? And now I'm a bit more cautious because the last guy who told me to go to his house, Alini Dinya. It's that guy who katiad me also. Alafu akaniambia friends, alafu nikaenda akanidinya akanitoka. So now I'm a bit wary. First of all, I'm not coming to anyone's house. I am not doing that. That wasn't even the first date. This guy had the audacity to ask me to meet him for the first time. And I told him I'm not really used to that because the kind of guys I date, they show up with flowers on the first date and they want to take me out to a really, really nice place. And this is just standard for me. This is what I do with my girlfriends. It's not at your standard ati nimeona online nikaanza kukopi. This is exactly what me and my friends do. Sometimes even on a weekly basis. We go out to eat somewhere nice. Not just eating, we do a lot of fun activities together. Things that, create memories and make us feel a lot of love. And this is what I enjoy to do. And I told him, unfortunately, that's not what I'm used to. Maybe if he was insisting, cancel all your plans, show up, nini, nini, nini. I'm like, why would I? He had no regard for me saying I was uncomfortable. He kept insisting. And this already told me the kind of person he was gonna be because he started talking about, oh, I'm a celebrity, sijui I'm a what figure. Oh, I have ego. Mina shanga too. Why would I be ever paired up with someone who has too much ego? I'm such a he starts saying you seem like a douchebag. Yani nilikuwa tu nashanga, is this how guys are? Is this how I have literally never met a man? I have never spoken to a man who wasn't head over heels over me and completely sweet and romantic. And when I told him about the flowers, he said, that's not gonna happen. Huh? My friends buy me flowers for fun. I buy myself flowers all the time. So that already shows me, apana, unim too. These are the silly arguments we're going to be having if anything were to come out of it. But if I were desperate, if I was broke, hungry, desperate, horny, in need of external validation and attention, I would have gone. I would have said, okay, this is a guy who has money. He's going to take care of things. He's going to buy everything I want. Let me go. But because I'm able to see his actions, he's had a crush on me for 3 years, but it's taken him one phone call to destroy everything. Nah, that's not the kind of guy I would ever be got around. Mi napenda the lovey-dovey's, the sweet, romantic, emotionally available, sweet, kind, communicative. kind of men. So, I'm going to show you a few signs that I've been able to look out for when I am picking these guys that I date that have made me date better. And for the longest, for a very long time, I've always been dating up. All my exes are actually really, really nice people. They're actually people who improved my life, improved my dating life, improved my standards because they always left me while they've taught me to love myself more or to have higher standards, even if they did me dirty in the end or truly cost. I realized that consistent pattern with everyone I've ever dated is they left me better than they found me. And that's a really good thing, whether it's well traveled, dressing better, speaking better, loving myself better, it's always a plus. And I am sure this happened because I intentionally and deliberately stopped dating men who are not my type and men who do not treat me well, meaning I had to improve what my type was for me by improving myself, by becoming an amazing person myself so that I can recognize the good people. So, first of all, you have to realize that today's episode is for the ladies and the people who date men. First of all, you have to realize that men love to show off, especially to other men. So that's something that's a really huge deal to them. I always give an excuse. I'm not comparing women to inanimate objects, but you can see it in the things that they own, whether it's a nice car or the nice shoes or when he gets a nice haircut. What's the first thing they do? They love to be seen. They love to show off. So if your man is not being intentional about being seen with you, about showing you off, and it doesn't have to be at the preppy CG post you all over social media, ama CG post you. It doesn't have to be that. It just has to be in the simple things like doing stuff with you. If he's hiding you in the house, the only time you guys meet is when he's fucking you in the house. He never lets you go anywhere. He never wants to be seen with you. He never invites you out to anything. Never, never, never. That's not someone who's proud to be with you. That's someone who's hiding you. And that's something we never saw. When I was younger, I used to think, "Oh, this guy wants to fuck me all the time because I'm the hottest girl he's ever been with. And he's just so turned on by me." Wrong. He wants to fuck me all the time because I'm available to be fucked all the time. It's all I was available for. I didn't have my life. I didn't have my things going on. You see, now when someone invites me out and tells me cancel your plans, I'm like, what? What? Bro, I have a life. Someone else asked me out and I told them, I'm sorry, I can't come out because, I have a little kitten. I have to take care of him. I said, find a nanny and I'll pay. So you see the difference? These are the kind of guys I'm used to. And then there's someone who's telling me, "Ati, I can't buy flowers." That's so crazy to me. That's so crazy to me. And sometimes they will do the actions, but even with the actions, you have to be very careful because listen, a rich man can afford anything. Sending you flowers every week, he can pay for that. Taking you on vacation, he can pay for that. Sending you food, CG, taking you to rest, he can pay for that. He can. So sometimes they do the actions, but these actions only benefit them. The best way to realize that a man likes you or he wants to be with you and he wants to take care of you is the things he does for you or the things he loves to do for you, they do not even directly benefit him. If it's a vacation, let him send you on it alone. Because if he tells you, babe, let's go on vacation, I've paid for everything, sweetie, he could have easily paid a prostitute to go on that vacation with him. He could have easily done that, or he could have gone and met another girl there. So, him taking you on vacation is not a gift to you, it's a gift to him. He wants to be seen with a pretty woman on his arm. It could be anyone. A gift is when he gives you something and he's not benefiting from it. You'll go with him there, no, it'll be you suck dick daily. And on vacation is when they want to try crazy things. He's gonna make you want to do anal with him. You have no rent. Your business is stalling because you're away on vacation because you were told it's paid for. My ex called me a few weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, and this is the exact thing he told me. I want to take you out on vacation, blah, blah, blah. And I told him, okay, so there's the things I need to do. I need to do some shopping. I need to pay my bills. I need, na, 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 na. And he said, he didn't talk to me again. So mi nikafikiria huyu mtu anafikiria tu yani maisha yangu iko tu ndee, iko tu fwa. I had nothing to do. I was just bored at home waiting for him to take me on vacation. I can pay for my own vacation, but why do you want me to go on vacation with you so that you can have eye candy on your arm and someone to sleep with the way you want? I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that. If it's a gift, if you're gifting me, let me go by myself. Let me go by myself. Things like taking me out to the restaurant. I've had even kitambo. I would have people bring it up like, I used to do this for her. I used to buy her. Baby, these are things I can do for myself. It's not a gift if I'm not benefiting directly. I have food at my home, in my house. I can cook. I can take care of myself. So that's not really a big benefit you're doing to me. Your words and your actions must match. You have to be wary of the emotionally unavailable guys because they lie. They can say anything and they mask and they mirror you just to have something to say and something to make you fall for. And behind this, you start to realize that he doesn't care. He doesn't even listen. He doesn't get it. There's no communication. And if you stick around in such situations, utajipata, you've wasted your best years. Words and actions must always match each other. And I told you the best way to look out for such is in your female friendships. When your girlfriend says, when you tell your girlfriend, I'm sick, and your girl runs with soup to cook for you, to take care of you, she doesn't even have to say, I love you, but you'll see it. When you tell your mom, I'm sick, mom, job imeisha, and your mom tells you, come back home. Come home, I will take care of you. When your dad tells you, usifikirie umefukuzwa, rudi nyumbani. Sometimes they don't even have to say it. It's in the way my parents have been trying to get me to move back home for the whole year. They've been so scared I might not be able to make it outside here without like a regular income. But I've made it so far and the year is almost over. But I can see how in their love, they're trying to make sure I'm comfortable, I'm well taken care of. My parents have been so supportive this whole time, letting me navigate my own life while still consistently showing me that I have a home. I can always go back home. Sijafukuzwa home and I can always go back. Words and actions must always match. I keep repeating this. Someone could tell you all the words and have no actions, and someone could show you all the actions and have no words. You need reassurance, you need validation from your person, you need to be loved, and you need to feel needed and wanted. And it's normal, it's such a normal thing, it's such a thing that we should have open communication about. Stay away from people who never take accountability when you bring out your feelings, when you tell them what you want. People who do not change after they apologize, they might act like they're very concerned and like they've listened. But if you have to consistently repeat yourself, it just means they don't want to. It just means they just don't like you. I say all these things because I have treated people in this way. I have been in situations with people who I didn't know how to break up with, but I was so scared of like breaking things off. So instead of being direct, I would avoid them, avoid their calls. And I would also do these things, say things like, oh, I'm busy, I don't have time, I went here. But I started realizing that when you drag someone like that and you're lying to them and you're not being honest, you're actually breaking their heart. And it's so unfair. It's so unfair to put someone in a situation where they have to consistently guess, will Roberta talk to me today? How does she feel? Does she like me? Does she love me? Na saa hizo hata siko hurt, lakini yeye the whole time they're dying of anxiety because they do not know how I feel because I do not communicate. And I'm bringing this up because it's important for us to be aware, to stop these things. For I know we can have different attachment styles, but it's your responsibility as a grown up to be able to communicate and say, hey, I don't like you anymore, I don't want to do this. But not everyone is like that. Not everyone will come and tell you. That's why you have to be wiser so that you're able to see the signs before he starts telling you. You know, most men will actually never tell you. They'll never come up to you and tell you, I don't like you anymore. They'll just start withdrawing or treating you badly and expecting you to catch up. And they will gaslight you when you ask them, can we meet today? And then he'll cancel and he doesn't give an explanation. And he acts like he didn't remember you guys were supposed to hang out. And when you're asking him, he'll make you feel like you're being too emotional or you're asking for too much. Immediately, you're in such a situation where you feel like you have to beg to be loved, to be given attention, to be given basic human respect, to be shown love. Yani vitu basics of friendship, hata si za relationship. You're not even telling him to marry you. You're just asking him to communicate better. When it reaches a point you have to do that, just know you deserve better and you should go somewhere where you're loved. I don't have to come and hold your hand and tell you, hey, babe, he just doesn't like you. He's just not that into you. You should be able to see it because if you're working on yourself, then by extension, you cannot allow such people to be in your life. You can't be around someone who doesn't show you love when you're loving yourself completely, you'll be able to notice the deficit. And listen, love is not a tattoo, I love you, giving you money. Love is in the doing, it's in the showing up, it's in the, getting home and someone has made you a nice hot meal. They literally had the choice not to, because they love you. They can't even fathom not doing it for you. It's such a thing that comes from deep in the heart, and it's not something that can be taught. Empathy, emotional intelligence, availability of emotions, all these things are things you either live, you either grow up with them, or you learn them along your relationships. So being with someone who's not able to master this, it will completely drain you. Sometimes communication is hard, but when you love, you learn. When you love someone, you put yourself in a position to do better for them. It's such an intentional and subconscious thought that comes about. Love is peaceful and kind and empathetic, and it always compromises upwards. Upwards, never backwards, never going down, upwards. Have high standards for your friendships so that your standards for your lovers can be even higher. And listen, apply this in whatever relationship you're in. But my point is, whether you're dating men or women, put yourself in a position where you're able to see that, okay, maybe he's just not that into me. Despite him saying he likes me, he loves me, he wants to be with me, people say things all the time. All the time. I couldn't tell you how many times I've said things I didn't mean. People do this all the time. So you have to make sure, just to make sure that you take care of yourself better, you have better hygiene emotionally, you love yourself more. Make sure the words and the actions are matching. Make sure the things he's doing for you and the things he's saying to you are matching. And if they're not, protect your heart. Do not sit around and waste your best years begging someone for basic human decency. It's not right. It's going to drain you. And listen, it's okay when he doesn't like you. It's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean you're gonna die from it. It just means he does, that's all it means. He doesn't like you. There's no there's nothing else beyond that. It's nothing personal in you. Sometimes you like people, sometimes you don't, and it's fine. Do not try to convince someone to like you, to be with you, to choose you. When it's natural, it feels better and it feels more authentic. Love yourself so that you're able to tell when people love you genuinely. Trust yourself and choose yourself. Teach yourself better so that when people see you and people choose you, you're able to see if it's genuine or not. All this hygiene starts with self even before you can blame. Why didn't he text me? Why didn't he just tell me the truth? Why was he lying? He lied because you're gullible, because you believe lies, because he could test you and it works on you. Liars will lie. They will always lie. But do your part to make sure that when he lies, you're going to be able to see there's a discrepancy over here. Take care of yourself and remember, not being liked is not the end of the world. So many people don't like you, and it literally doesn't matter. Go where you're loved, go to the people who like you, go to the people who you don't have to beg, and let them love you for who you are. Don't forget to watch me every Tuesday on Citizen TV on Daybreak at 8 a.m. And check out my blog, the Love and Orgasms blog, loveandorgasms.com, and read my stuff. Tell me what you think about it. Toodles.